what is important for us to understand is that India cannot continue in this situation for too long, because at some point of time,
Okay. In the lockdown, you mean?
deaths due to hunger will
True.
far outweigh deaths due to corona. Fortunately, corona, for some very strange reason, maybe it is our genes, maybe it is because we all took BCG vaccination when we were children, maybe the weather here is conducive to suppressing corona. I don't know what it is, but the deaths being 0.25 to 0.5% of the global death rate is a blessing in disguise for India. I believe that it is extremely important for us to accept the new normal as the situation with the coronavirus being part of our lives. So that is where we need to create a graph that shows age on x-axis and deaths on y-axis, and then understand which age group are most vulnerable and provide some kind of safety to them. And the rest of the workforce must use gowns, must use gloves, must use goggles, must use whatever else they can and go to factories. For example, in the manufacturing sector, you can't work from home. You can't run factories there. In the agricultural sector, you can't work from home. It is only a very small part of our economy, which is the IT sector, financial sector, etc., that we can think of all these work from home, etc. But if you are running a retail shop, you have to be in that retail shop. So therefore, my personal view is that we Indians have to accept the coronavirus as part of our lives. This is the new norm. So therefore, we have to say, those of us, people of my age who are highly vulnerable to corona death, we should be very, very careful, and we should perhaps even work from home if possible. But if it is possible for us to go to the office, all of us have big offices, so social distancing is not a big issue for us. On the other hand, the younger people will probably have to use the factories using younger people, or even companies using younger people can run 3-shift operations if they are generally running 1 shift or 2 shifts. The moment you start running 3 shifts in a 1-shift operation, then you have reduced the number of people by a factor of 30%, by a factor of 2/3, and therefore social distancing is possible. And then you can commute to the office because of this 3-shift operation. So in other words, I would urge people to accept this as the new normal and work using 3 shifts, work based on age distribution, and then reduce the impact to a minimum. That's what I would say.